Good morning, everyone. We are back again. This is day 3 of our Let's Talk series. So, today we're going to talk about scheduling. So, let's have a discussion around scheduling. So, the reason why I want to bring this up, day 1 was money, day 2 was relationships. So, day 3, just to kind of tie these three together, we're going to talk about scheduling. And yes, I am floating through the air above the waves right now. I just wanted to try something different, mix it up a little bit. But the big thing that I want to talk about when it comes to scheduling is A, how do you start your day? What you're seeing right now is not how I start my day. I'm recording this at 6:30 in the morning. I've done it the past 2 days, well, past three because of today as well. But the way that I start my day is I always wake up and I read. So that's how I start my day. And you want to start your day in a way that starts preparing you for success. Things that'll help move you in the right direction, things that'll wake you up, things that will help you feel productive early on. So for me, as I read, I pray, I come upstairs, which is where our office is, and then I take a minute just to gather myself, and then I get in front of this camera. And the reason why that's important is this is what drives me every day to be able to move on to the next thing. After this, I go work out. After I work out, I come back upstairs and I work. So you want to be able to find a schedule that works for you. Find something, because you may have a different schedule than me. You may go to a job 5 days a week. You may not have a job. You may just be a stay at home parent like I was for a little bit. And so your schedule may look different. But in those schedulings, you want to be able to find something that makes you feel motivated, that makes you feel empowered. So we like to call this, my wife and I like to call this confidence stacking. So confidence stacking is just a term that she coined and I use, but it's stuff that helps you stack confidence early on. For me, reading, praying, and doing this and working out stack my confidence, because even if the video is not great, even if you got the sunset sitting there looping in the background, to me it loops my confidence because it just gets my mind going. It gets me focused. I'm sitting there talking to the camera. I'm honing in my skill, and it's helping me improve. So you want to be able to find things like making the bed. That's a big thing that we do every day after my wife wakes up. Make the bed. We really like to have a clean workspace. We enjoy having that, so we keep our workspace clean. We make sure that and the workspace for us, since we work from home, is our home. You want to make sure that your workspace is something that is cohesive. So for us, we make sure that our laundry is done, make sure our dishes are clean as often as possible. Sometimes we get really busy and can't do that every day, but we really strive towards making sure that we keep the house clean, not because we're trying to impress anyone who comes over or anything like that. We do it for us because we want to make sure that, because I don't know if you've ever experienced this. This is something I've experienced a few times in my life and a few times in my marriage. Is you'll be just like, oh man, I'm gonna go do this thing today. I'm excited, and then you see that the house is destroyed. You wake up, there's clothes all on the floor. You go in the kitchen, dishes are piled up out of the sink, trash is overflowing, and you think, oh man, I got to do all this before I do anything else. So then you automatically just get down. For me, that's why we have found our system to be able to sit there and keep the house clean, which in turn keeps me more productive. And it keeps her more productive because there's not a bunch of clutter. If you could see my desk doesn't have very many things on it. I don't like having stuff on my desk. Right now there's more stuff than normal, and that's bothering me. I have my headphones over here because I enjoy listening to music while I work, and I want to be able to let my wife do what she wants to do. If that's turn on the theater room TV and sound system, then I let her do that. But for me, I enjoy listening to personal development, learning more about skills and different things, marketing, whatever it is. I also have my notebook here, and this is something else that I've added, but as you can see right there, it's harder when it's backwards, just letting you know. But I write my goals down every day. And if you saw right there, I don't check them off every day. And that's not me being lazy. I set big goals. I set goals that are ambitious because for me, that is what helps drive me. You just need to find what helps drive you. Maybe it's not writing your goals. For me, I like to keep it in front of me. I want to be able to put it down and sit there because we're in the middle of building some things. I want to be able to put it in front of me. I want this brand to do this much money. I want this many orders. I want, these different things, and it keeps it in front of me so my mind starts looking for ways to make that happen. I want to learn more about marketing, so then I'm always learning about marketing. I put that down every day. That one I check off, but I always put it down every day. And then, so that's a big thing for me, is just keeping a notebook. I keep a notebook for me, and I write down in it all my goals, dreams, ambitions, things like that, because you want to make sure that you are always keeping that in front of you. Because the thing that the world does really well is they'll keep what's wrong in front of you. I don't know if you've heard of this little thing called the Delta variant or not, but here in here in the state that I live in, they are making mask mandates for every single school. So the thing is you can either believe in it, not believe in it, whatever, but it's impacting your life either way. So if you look at the news, hospitals are full, ICU beds you can't find them, people are dying. If you saw the news recently, there's catastrophic flooding happening and people are dying and everything happening in Afghanistan. The news and the world always keeps things that are negative in front of you. And for me, I'd like to keep what's positive in front of me, because those things are terrible and I'll pray for that. But for me, is I want to be able to keep my dreams, my goals, my ambitions in front of me, because for us, we've been able to help people, whether through donations or helping by teaching, because we've expanded. We've been able to stay creative. We've been able to keep pushing forward. And so for me, that's my biggest ask of anyone who watches this, is just make sure, find your schedule that can help set you up for success, put your dreams in front of you. That way you can start striving towards those every day. Maybe you're working a 9 to 5, or maybe you're working like me and it was like a 3 in the afternoon till whenever you got done, so sometimes like 3 in the morning. If that's the case, write down your dreams. Maybe that's not your goal to stay there forever. Mine wasn't. Write down, I'm gonna leave this job and I'm gonna work from home, or I'm gonna leave this job and I'm gonna find a better job, or I'm going to get a promotion so I don't have to work the schedule. Whatever it is, write it down every day. Put it in front of you somewhere, because that will help motivate you. I wish I would have heard this advice whenever I was still working in my job, because that would have helped push me to be able to take care of my team better. I look back on certain things, and I was considered a good manager of a Fortune 500 company, and I look back at certain things where I dealings with my team, and I go, man, if I just would have kept my goals in front of me, if I just would have kept my priorities in front of me, I would have been able to run that team better. So that's just what I'm asking you to do. We got about a minute left here, and I just want to say thank you if you have watched it. If you haven't watched the other two, please go back and watch those two. I would love to hear from you. Please leave a like, comment if you agree or disagree. But just to really end it all off, make sure that you're doing things. Maybe that's just washing your car. Sometimes for me, I have this really cool foam sprayer. I like foam spraying off the car. Maybe it's just going and spraying off the car. Maybe it's making the bed and keeping the house clean. Maybe it's waking up and working out first thing, or drinking a protein shake first thing in the morning. Whatever it is that helps get your mind going and helps move you in the right direction, do that. Also, I would highly suggest writing down your goals. And don't write down, there's a difference between a goals list and a to-do list. It seems the same if you look at mine, but it's not. Write down your goals. Where do you see yourself? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? And that will wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll be back again tomorrow. And again, I appreciate it.